So what about BS 8524? It's been a standard that's been very heavily used in this country. As I say, we created it as a country, BS 8524. We're proud of it. It was the first product standard. We touched on product standards earlier. First product standard in the world that was dedicated to fire curtains. That could, as well as being a strength, could be its actual weakness, in the sense that fire curtains are a very niche market. Notified bodies who do testing and certification are commercial entities like anybody else, and they need to make money. Having a standard dedicated to a very niche product where there's very few players in just the UK territory means, is there enough business? Is there enough demand to justify a notified body supporting that standard? What we've actually seen is Warrington Fire pull out, and we've seen IFC pull out, and there's no notified bodies currently supporting it. There's talk by those that like 8524 of more notified bodies coming on board. That may happen. It may never happen. It's talk. What we know is, what we have to go by is today is what's valid and current today. And if you look in the harmonised standard that we refer to, 16034, which covers fire curtains and doors and other products, it actually states in the harmonised standard foreword, it says this European standard should be given the status of a national standard, and conflicting national standards shall be withdrawn at latest October 18. So we've spoken to BSI about this and said, look, 8524 should have been withdrawn from the market. It's quite clearly a conflicting standard. With 16034, give us an example of two standards that are, if 16034 and 8524 aren't conflicting, give us an example of two standards that are, and where they differ technically, than how these two cross over so much. 8524 and 16034 have both got the same fire test, both got the same smoke test, both do the same cycle test. They're both for vertical fire curtains. They have differences, but there's so much crossover that they're quite clearly conflicting standards. So 8524, it never reached harmonised status, so it can't offer you a route to C marking, and currently it doesn't have third-party certification. And we hear advocates of the standard as say people that have invested in it, many years ago and haven't moved over to the European standard yet. They will still talk about it and say it's got beneficial tests, and it's referred to in 9999, and we even heard somebody saying it's referred to in the new draft of 9991. If you speak to BSI, they'll say you should never refer to a draft, because the reality is it goes out for public consultation, and then the committees look at it, and I would say it'll be removed before it gets to publication. But the point is it's not, you shouldn't be referring to a draft.